All right, number one, kind of solve this inequality, graph it, and then write our answer in interval notation. So in order to solve it, first we need to look at this sign right here. So this is a greater than. So remember, I'm not bad at spelling, but I'm spelling this way on purpose. Greater than. If we have a greater than or greater than or equal to, then we're going to have an or inequality. So we're going to take the inside of the absolute value, 2 plus n, that has to be greater than 4, or the inside 2 plus n has to be less than negative 4. So for the negative, remember from absolute value equations, we have to be equal to the positive or negative. Here with inequalities, the negative part, we have to flip the sign. So now we have two inequalities. So we're going to solve each one. We're going to subtract 2 from both sides here. We get n is greater than 2. Over here, subtract 2, and we get n is less than negative 6. Okay, so we have our inequality here. N is greater than 2, or n is less than negative 6. So let's go ahead and graph this. I'm going to go ahead and put my 0 here. 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2. So when we graph this, n is greater than 2. We're going to have an open circle at 2, because that's not included. And then we're going to shade to the right. Greater than would be to the right. And then for our n is less than negative 6, again, we have an open dot at negative 6. And we're going to shade to the left this time. And that's our graph. The last part we need to do here is write this in interval notation. So interval notation, start from the left. This keeps going towards negative infinity, so we're going to start our interval notation with negative infinity, and it's going to keep going until we get to negative 6. Since that's not included, we're going to have a parenthesis there. And then we have another part, so we're going to have a union, a little u. And then we start at 2, which is a parenthesis also that's not included, and then it keeps going on and on towards infinity. So that's our interval notation.